Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick, KyogreKauai, and we are here for week 1 of IBA VGC. I'm super excited about this. How this is going to work is I am going to do a team builder, team breakdown. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do it in the same video as the battle or if I wanted to do it separately. I decided to do them in the same video because less thumbnails to make. I can upload everything at once. But I know a lot of you guys are just here to watch the battle, so if you guys want to, feel free to skip ahead. I'm going to try to put chapters in the video so it's easier for you guys to find when the battle starts. I'll also put a timestamp here on the screen for you guys as well. So yeah, but now I want to dive in and just talk about the week 1 matchup. Thank you guys for coming out to this video, and yeah, without further ado, let's get started. You can see here on the screen I have my team on the left, and my opponent is the LA Shaymins, who their coach is Gizmo. Please go check out their channel and show them some support as well. But yeah, let's just kind of take a look, the broad strokes of what this matchup is. They have Duraludon, Latias, Entei, Mamoswine, Slowbro, Galar, Morpeko, Torracat, Serena, Noctowl, Giratina, and their G-Max Alchemy. Overall, they have a pretty fast team relative to mine. My only really fast Pokemon are Excelgor and Thunderus, which is nice because Thunderus is really nice being 111 speed. The fact that I can outspeed everything guaranteed that isn't Choice Scarf with Thunderus is actually a really big part of my team this week. And I just started like analyzing like what the biggest threats were. And right off the bat, like I know my team has quite a significant weakness to ground. Like not significant, but honestly, Mamoswine, the ground and ice combination. Ground hits my Necrozma, hits my Torkoal, and then ice hits my other big threat. Like ice hits Thunderous, Palossand, Lilligant, Venusaur. So I immediately realized that like Mamoswine is like one of the biggest threats to my team, so I really wanted to prioritize being able to deal with that. Also Entei, I mean, just being a fire type is good against Necrozma and Venusaur, and you know, neutral to Thunderous. But I do know Entei gets max Rockfall, so Entei and Mamoswine like right off the bat were some big threats. Giratina's scary too. The fact that it can't Dynamax makes it less scary. Giratina is a Pokemon that's just very bulky, not very offensive, but possibly like a weakness policy with like a Shadow Sneak from, it gets Shadow Sneak, so I don't know if something else to like pop a weakness policy on Giratina could be scary. I felt pretty confident, like, okay, Alchemy's not that scary to me, having a Poison and a Steel type being two of like my main Pokemon on my draft. Wasn't too scared of Alchemy. Definitely a little intimidated by Duraludon, but I do have Max Quake. I can run Max Quake on Venusaur. So like, I was like, okay, how do I want to approach the Mamoswine, the Entei, and honestly even the Latias too? Those are like, so like I kind of expect to see Latias, Entei, Mamoswine, and then possibly, I mean, Duraludon can be good into some of my Pokemon too, so possibly Duraludon. I think that, you know, G-Max Alchemy is also kind of likely, but I honestly think so. Latias, Entei, Mamoswine, Giratina, and then Duraludon Alchemy could be a team. I honestly don't know if they're gonna go fast or go slow, but I was kind of trying to prepare for all options. But I think some of the main threats in my eyes are the Latias, Entei, and Mamoswine. So that was how I wanted to approach building my team. Looking on my side, I felt like Torkoal, Venusaur can do good against a lot of things, like max Overgrowth into Mamoswine, max Quake into Entei and Slowbro and Duraludon, and can poison, you know, max Ooze. I couldn't remember the poison type in Alchemy, so I was like, I did want to. I think I started my team with saying, okay, I definitely want to bring Torkoal Venusaur. Another thing I want to mention is like, I went into the team builder with like a mindset of like, okay, I want to have multiple modes, so that I, you know, in best of 3, I wanted to have flexible options on my team, not be locked into Dynamax one thing, not be locked into one particular strategy. So that being said, we're going to switch over and we're going to take a look at the team that I've built, and I'm going to explain some of the choices that I made. Okay, so the first again, I knew I really wanted to bring Venusaur and Torkoal because overall, Venusaur with this speed investment outspeeds everything under Sun that isn't Choice Scarf. So that was, or maybe this is even factoring in for Choice Scarf Latias. I think it is. Let me actually double check that. Latias, Choice Scarf here. It hits 267 speed, where Venusaur in Sun, yeah, I still outspeeds even Scarf. Yeah, this, yeah, by 1 point. Yeah, so basically that is how I did think. I did want to outspeed everything that is Choice Scarf potential. So, that was where I got the speed stat from. I knew I wanted to be on offensive. I really wanted to be able to like one-shot Mamoswine and max overgrowth. Again, analyzing my weakness to Mamoswine, I wanted to have an option to just outspeed and one-shot it. Not overgrowth, but Gmax Vine Lash coming from Frenzy Plant with Life Orb is enough for a KO. And then I wanted Earth Power, and I was really debating whether or not I wanted to run Max Ooze, but I honestly don't fear Alchemy that much. There's a possibility that they might not even bring Alchemy because of the fact that I just have Venusaur, and Necrozma Duskmane is a bad matchup for Alchemy in my opinion. I think it might get Max Flare, so that's actually maybe something to reconsider, but I really wanted to run Sleep Powder over Sludge Bomb because honestly, if I'm worried about Dynamax Alchemy and Max Flare in Sun, I can just try to like put it to sleep. So that is definitely an option I have for that. I also have, we'll get to some other ways that I can deal with Alchemy later on, because Alchemy honestly is not that big of an offensive threat, but with Max Flare it would be able to hit Venusaur and Necrozma and do some decent damage, especially if I set the Sun up for it. So that is essentially why I decided to drop Max Ooze and just run ground and grass coverage with Earth Power, Frenzy Plant, Sleep Powder, and then Protect, just because it's good to be able to scout things out, and having Protect on my Mons, I like to have the option. So obviously I can't bring Venusaur without Torkoal. I need to be able to set the Sun up. I want to do as much power, as much damage. Conceptually, I like Torkoal Venusaur because it's like, okay, they have to pick who they want to target. If they decide to target Venusaur and they don't touch Torkoal, well, then they have to worry about Charcoal Sun boosted Eruption coming their way. And if they decide to, you really can't ignore both of them, and that's why I find the combo so devastating. There really isn't in my opinion, an easy way to shut down both Torkoal and Venusaur. So that's why we got Eruption. I really was debating running like Solar Beam or Earth Power or Yawn, but I was like, I have Grass and Ground coverage on Venusaur. And I also have Sleep Powder, so Yawn, I decided to drop Yawn for Clear Smog because the one thing Alchemy can do that it's really good at is Decorate. Decorate is a very powerful move. It gets being able to boost its teammates' attack stats. It's basically like a weakness policy boost. I'm pretty sure it gives +2 in attack and special attack when you use Decorate. So I want to be able to get rid of stat boosts with Clear Smog. So that is why I decided to run that. And then obviously I needed Heat Wave because Eruption does less damage as your HP gets lowered. So for consistent damage, I have Heat Wave, and then I have Protect. And then I decided to run it less bulky and more just like bulky offensive, so HP and special attack. I didn't really think I needed the bulk on it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah. And then I debated a couple times on how I wanted to run Necrozma. I was like, do I want to run it fast with Dragon Dance or Swords Dance? Do I want to run a slow mode? I eventually came to the conclusion that because their team is besides Venusaur and Sun and besides Thunderus, like I have those two fast modes of the team. I wanted a Trick Room slow mode. So this is Oh, I don't, why do I have 4? That should be 0. That should be 0. Sorry, yeah, it should be min speed here, and then we have Shadow Claw, Sunchill Strike, and Earthquake. I ran Shadow Claw because otherwise I just do no damage basically to Latias. Necrozma is so bulky with Prism Armor plus its defensive stats that Weakness Policy is a really good item to run even without Dynamax. So I decided I wanted to give the Weakness Policy set a try. Just to see how it works in this matchup, because potentially I could like protect in front of like a Dynamax Entei or Mamoswine. Or Alchemy with Max Flare, take a super effective hit with not much damage, and then get Trick Room up with, and that's why I have just all bulk and attack again, because slow, bulky, Trick Room, Sweeper is the idea for Necrozma, and then the Trick Room mon is Aromatisse, pretty much max HP, 244, 252, and Relaxed Nature, 252 defense, I should say, and Relaxed Nature. Because otherwise I was getting one-shot by like Life Orb, Adamant, Mamoswine's Max Quakes, but I survive any physical attack cleanly with this defensive spread, and also I can live a special attacking Max Steel Spike with the Babiri Berry, and that's a Max Steel Spike coming off of the Duraludon. So yeah, we have Trick Room, we have Heal Pulse, Moonblast, and Helping Hand. Again, if I get Trick Room up, I take some damage, then I can just, like, I can keep Necrozma healthy with Heal Pulse, I can do more damage with Helping Hand. Moonblast is good coverage to have against the Latias and Giratina, potentially also dropping special attack stats I like. So I do think that this combination is something that could be brought out. I don't think I'm going to bring it out the first game, but if I realize that like I can get it set up, and I think it might be helpful if I'm getting outsped. I should say, like, in my opinion, with the threat of Latias, Entei, and Mamoswine, the biggest threat that I've personally been able to like look at, and I think is the scariest, is Latias with Choice Scarf and Tailwind. Because if Tailwind goes up, I will not be outspeeding, and Mamoswine, again, under Tailwind with speed control is very, very scary. So the Trick Room mode, being able to protect and Trick Room, is an option that I wanted to have in case I lose game 1 because of something like Scarf Latias with Trick Room, with Tailwind, which is a very specific thing to like prep for, but I wanted to prep for all of like my biggest weaknesses, and as far as I can tell, that is definitely my biggest weakness that I've been able to analyze. So and then the last mode I have here is with Thunderus, and I am running Assault Vest Thunderus again to help deal with the special attackers really well. Like, I don't think Alchemy is going to do very much against a Dynamax Thunderus with Assault Vest because Alchemy doesn't put out that much damage. Nothing really else does really good damage against Thunderus besides, again, Mamoswine with I do get beat pretty bad by Mamoswine with its Ice type coverage and Rock type coverage. However, I'm faster than it. So, and I can continually boost my speed with Max Airstream. I do have superpower to hit it super effectively as well with Max Knuckles. This is literally just a standard Thunderus set. You would see this Thunderus being used like in VGC right now anyway with this exact same moveset. But it works because, again, it outspeeds everything, and then I can boost the speed of anything I put next to it. So that could be Venusaur, that could technically even be Necrozma in some situations, but I don't have speed on Necrozma, so that might not work perfectly. But mainly to deal with Mamoswine, I was like, how am I going to deal with Mamoswine? Mamoswine just runs through these other 5 mons if it has speed control, and I can't knock it out. That is where Kingler comes in. So Kingler is actually like my T4, my quote-unquote worst pick of the draft, or lowest tier pick of the draft, but honestly, it's no slouch. It's got 130 base attack, which is definitely nothing to slouch at. Like, what is... Yeah, it's like, it's higher than Thunderus, and almost, you know, not nearly as close, but it's a very high attack stat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that is why I'm running Adamant Max Attack with Choice Band, because the Max Airstream from Thunderus giving this thing a speed boost at 75 base speed, honestly, with a speed boost, allows Kingler to outspeed everything that on their team that doesn't get a speed boost, especially if they don't have Tailwind up. So like again, turn 1, as long as it's not like that Choice Scarf, Latias, Tailwind plus Mamoswine, any other combination, I guarantee to move first. I give Kingler a speed boost, and basically the idea is if Mamoswine wants to Dynamax in front of these two, the Max Airstream plus a Liquidation is a guaranteed one-hit KO onto Mamoswine without bulk if it's like a fast offensive Mamoswine. So that was basically the idea of Kingler, and then it has really good coverage with high horsepower, X-Scissor knockoff. You know, that allows me to hit other things like Entei, Duraludon, Latias, Slowbro, Morpeko. Honestly, this might have coverage for the entire team. The only thing I don't hit super effective is the Noctowl, actually. So, and the Alchemy. So, very, very good coverage actually coming out from Kingler, and maybe something that they won't predict. So essentially I have 3 modes, 3 main modes, but the cool thing about Torkoal is it is min speed Torkoal, so that fits on the Trick Room mode. Like these 3 could be a Trick Room mode with like one of the other 4 in the back. You know, obviously Thunderus is mainly going to be run with Kingler, but also Thunderus plus Venusaur is an option with like Torkoal in the back to switch in, you know, switch out and get the speed boost immediately and keep weather control. Like I think it's a good team because I have 2 main Dynamax options. I can, if I'm in a position where I need to, I could Dynamax Kingler or Torkoal, but mainly have 2 Dynamax Mons, a couple backup Dynamax Mons, Trick Room mode, Max Airstream mode, Sun mode. So and I think that's going to give me options to kind of beat whatever they want to go for, but who knows? It's all pretty standard. I like to run week 1 teams in draft leagues kind of standard, just to kind of like, you know, test the water and see how like the basic modes of the team work. And then obviously, you know, I can get fancier as the weeks continue. But I think for this matchup, I think it's pretty good. Again, with just some mild concerns, but I think I've been able to address like some of the biggest weaknesses that I've able to find at least, and have ways to deal with them. So what's cool about best of 3 is like you can play game 1, get absolutely destroyed, and then bounce back and, you know, rethink the strategy for game 2 and 3. So definitely excited. Again, never done best of 3 before, so really, really stoked to get into it. You guys are going to see the battle right after this. I've rambled long enough. Without further ado, let's get into the battle. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like on this video, and yeah, see you guys in just a sec. All right, and we are here connected for the battle against Geo. If you guys watched the team breakdown before, again, I knew I was worried about the Latias, but I was also mainly worried about the Mamoswine, so I'm definitely happy to not see Mamoswine here. But the Torcats here, that's pretty good for Nimbus. I kinda want to lead Nimbus plus Claws and then have Torkoal Venu in the back for game 1. As you can see here, again, if you skipped ahead and missed the team breakdown, we got Venu, Torkoal, Necrozma, Duskmane, Aromatisse, Thunderus, and Kingler. But I think this is a really good lead based on what I see. It would be really good if he decides to bring out the Torracat for Intimidate. But yeah, this is what we're going to, these 4 Pokemon. And I'm locking in these 4 Pokemon. For game 1, again, we're going to do... Alright, let's see... Let's see who the leads are. Let's see what we got. Darkness. Okay. This could very well be Tailwind. It's Choice Scarf, Tailwind. Okay, so we have Torkoal Venusaur in the back, which honestly is not great against. Okay. I kind of want to max Airstream and X-Scissor the Latias. I kind of want to go for that. I think that's the play I'm going for. The only thing that would not allow this to go off is a Choice Scarf on the Latias. So we shall see. Alright, so we get our Dynamax off. We are faster, they're not Choice Scarf. So max Airstream plus X-Scissor. But the only thing is now I'm locked into X-Scissor with Kingler. So Latias doesn't get anything off, but let's see what Giratina was going for. Shadow Force. So it actually disappears. So that's honestly a very, very good turn for me. We can see who he's got in the back. Alchemy, maybe? Maybe Alchemy. Aqua. Ah, it's Slowbro. Okay. We do have Max Darkness. It could be Entei in the back. Could be Entei in the back or Alchemy. They haven't Dynamaxed yet. I honestly kinda... Yeah, Max Darkness plus X-Scissor. I mean, that double up might just KO. I mean, this might one shot. Okay, no, but the double up will KO. So, I mean, 2 turns, 2 KOs. Their last mon is presumably going to Dynamax. So, Thunderus putting in the work. Shadow Force comes out. Crit. Is Shadow Force physical? Is the question that I have. Giratina. Shadow Force is physical, and this is Alchemy, so... Venusaur should do very good here, especially if I can lower special defense. I think I'm just gonna double up into Darkness here. They're gonna Dynamax G-Max Alchemy. That actually gets HP back. So if Giratina hangs on, that actually could be a little bit annoying because they could get their HP back. Again, I don't have Poison type attacks on Venusaur, so that is a slight issue. Max Darkness deals over 50%, but that's the thing, yeah. X-Scissor will not. X-Scissor, I don't think X-Scissor will KO. I am Choice Banded, but it resists it. Yeah, that does like no damage to Giratina. Okay. So, Will-O-Wisp. I should have switched out into Torkoal there. I was considering it. So that honestly is not ideal. because this is going to get HP back. We live. We live. Okay, so that's actually good. We live with a crit, honestly. Okay. And leftovers? Okay. Alright. That is a tad bit annoying. It could have protect. Honestly, I could fly. And I kind of want to switch out into Torkoal here. I shouldn't have gotten burned. I should have done this last turn. I am just slightly concerned about Max Flare from Alchemy, but I kind of want to stall out the G-Max is kind of what I'm going for here. Shadow Force disappears. Okay. Finale misses. Still gets HP back because of leftovers. I kind of want to protect this turn. My fly is probably gonna miss. I just realized. Yep. Okay, I just realized that's kind of bad. Ah, that goes through protect. Okay, I didn't know that went through protect, so that's actually a bad thing not to know. Okay. But I think this is the end of G-Max. I think this is the end of G-Max. Okay. Let's go out into Claws here. It is the end of G-Max Alchemy. So I do want to get rid of the leftovers. And then I'm just going to click Heat Wave. I was kind of worried about how bulky Giratina can be. We are faster. Got rid of the leftovers. Shadow Force, they disappear. That's okay with me. Dazzling Gleam does quite a bit. I do get to hit Alchemy, which does a lot of damage, which is good. Knockoff plus Heat Wave. Let's just double up into Alchemy. Yep, okay, good. Knocked off the weakness policy, that's good. Shadow Force went into Claws. Okay, that's good. Because I should live the Dazzling Gleam. Yep, I do. So I get another Heat Wave off in the sun. But I unfortunately do miss. Okay. However, I'm gonna Earth Power. Heat Wave? I don't know. I honestly don't know if either of these mons have Protect right now. Nope, no protect. Alright, so... it's been kind of locked into that, honestly. And I can't protect. The sunlight does fade. So I don't know who's faster. Alright, Earth Power, Heat Wave. Nope, I'm still faster, so it is pretty slow, Giratina. Okay, but we live. We do live. And Heat Wave almost picks up the KO, but this final Earth Power will do it. Okay, so we take game 1. Okay, so we did that. We did game 1 pretty well. We know it is Alchemy with Weakness Policy and Dazzling Gleam. We know Giratina has Shadow Force. Play with the same rules. We don't know what Latias was. We know it wasn't Scarf, so that's good. Battle 2, going into game 2. So we just have to win one more game, and that's good. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just hop right into game 2. But definitely not the smoothest game. So I don't know if he has a lead that beats that. I think I will lock myself into knockoff this time. He could Will-O-Wisp me turn 1. Huh. If he Will-O-Wisp me turn 1. Well, is there any reason I don't... I could try to just go for the knockout onto Giratina. I'm gonna bring the same 4 Pokemon for game 2 because I think it's a solid strategy. He could just lead straight up with his Dynamax Alchemy. If he did that, you know what? I'm gonna lock in for game 2 with the same Pokemon. Let's see if he's gonna switch things up for game 2. Ah, okay, so we do have Entei plus Trick Room could come out. I could see a Trick Room happening here. Possibly. Yeah, Dynamax Venusaur really isn't as good here, so... Ooh, like a Choice Scarf Eruption, though, could honestly be kind of scary. So I am going to max. I'm going to Airstream. And knock off. Yeah, I'm going to Airstream and knock off. I think Dynamax Thunderus is just really powerful here. So
this is what he brought against it. He got the Quick Claw. Okay. So... Galarian Slowbros got the Quick Draw. I didn't see if that was the Quick Claw or Quick Draw. But either way, it got it. That doesn't affect Trick Room, I don't think. That would be nuts if it did. Just go straight for the Shell Sidearm. Doesn't do that much. We are faster. We now have a speed boost. I think a Choice Banded knockoff is going to KO Entei. Okay, it did. To Kingler, KO Entei. Yun. That is this one. The most powerful move I have is Max Darkness. Yeah, I think I'm pretty safe to go for the double up here. Gets the Quick Claw again. Shell Sidearm this time is going to go into the Kingler. Whoa. That did big damage. I almost died to that. Wow. Probably should have gotten that thing off the field just because of how much damage that Shell Sidearm did. But the thing is we have Venusaur in the back with Earth Power. It had Soul Dew. That makes sense. KO. So far, Kingler has KO'd 2 legendaries, and it's a tier 4 Mon. And Torracat. Oh, that seals it. That seals it because Defiant. Okay. So you can't lower my attack stat. Yeah. So this is pretty, unless they get the Quick Claw, I just go for Max Knuckle here and knock off into Aqua. The only reason I don't get knockoff is, oh, they have Fake Out. Okay. So I could have switched out to prevent that, but I honestly don't think that's that big of a problem. They still didn't Dynamax though. Yeah, I guess they could indeed Dynamax. Ooh. Oh, okay, so they lower my speed, but my attack is just going off the charts now. Defiant is such a good ability. Oh my gosh, I love... Okay. Yeah, I bring out Torkoal here for sure. Fake Out, pressure is gone. We set up the Sun. I feel like you have to Dynamax the other thing now. But what am I at? I'm at +4 attack. Crunch. Plus Eruption. I think Crunch plus Eruption is pretty safe here. Yeah, Quick Claw. Okay. Actually, wait. More Icy Wind. No Dynamax, though. They only have... These are their last 2 Mon. This is the last 2. Yeah, I'm slower, but... Is Torracat going to be able to KO me? I should be at -1 speed. Oh... It Parting Shotted me. So anytime I get a stat drop, I get a stat boost. So, my attack is at +6. That did not go as planned. for them. Okay, so Kingler KO'd Entei and Latias. Thundy KO'd the Slowbro, and Torkoal KO'd the Torracat. So that's it. That's the best 2 out of 3. I'm very happy with how those games turned out. I think my prep was really good. I think I analyzed the biggest threats, and I think, honestly, I don't think he brought the biggest threat to my team, which, again, in my mind was Mamoswine, especially Mamoswine if it was under Tailwind with, like, Choice Scarf Latias. That's very scary to me, so I definitely felt more confident going into the matchup. Thunderus just looked amazing. That just goes to show the power of Thunderus and the power of the Defiant ability. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thanks for my opponent for making those good battles, and yeah, I don't know. My brain just got all sidetracked. It's kind of late at night, honestly. My brain's a little all over the place, but yeah, the hype of week 1. Happy to start off with a victory. Definitely happy with how the team performed. So yeah, I think that's all for today's episode, for the battle today. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Please leave a like down below if you did. Comment down below, and yeah, I will see you guys next Saturday, 10 a.m. IBA week 2. Let's see who are we going up against for week 2. We have actually the Littleroot Ludicolos and Pancake Wizard, which very, very excited to battle them. They have a very, very scary team, and I've never battled them in any draft league before. Pancake Wizard is new to the IBA, you know, made friends with us actually through TikTok, has an awesome, you know, so definitely excited to battle against him. Yeah, we'll see you guys then. Peace out.